which the Jnana and Raja Yoga techniques give us. It is not enough to just do Surya Namaskar or Asana every day. One has to think healthy. One has to feel at ease. One has to understand ourselves and others. Who is responsible for this? Our own self. The Purananuru, one of the greatest Tamil scriptures from so long ago, says, Thidum nandrum pirataravaga nodalum taridalum avatruvanna. Everything is within us. Nothing is from outside. So if that is there, we need to be responsible. And that is why yoga as a therapy is, Mother Mohansa said it, don't make the person dependent on you. They have to be independent. And that is why it is empowering the individual. You are giving them the technique, you are giving them the choice, you are giving them the lifestyle that can make them healthy, sustain health and prevent disease. Now the only issue is, most of us are so lazy, we want somebody else to do it for us. I often tell my students, if you want to make a lot of money, find a way that you can do the technique as a therapist and your patient can get the benefit and charge them for it. You will become very wealthy because people are so lazy. But if you want to change your life, if you want to move from dukkha, suffering, to sukha, that is health and happiness and a sense of well-being, it is you alone who has to do it. The problem in modern yoga therapy is we have forgotten the basic concept of yoga and we have moved away. So we are doing yogapati, we are giving people techniques. You have hypertension, I know the answer, do shavasana. You have asthma, I know the answer, you do pranayama. You have anxiety, do left nostril breathing. This is one technique for one condition. We have reduced the great ocean of yoga to not even a tumbler, a teaspoon. And we say this is yoga therapy. It is yogapati, not yoga therapy. And this is why Thiruvalluvar, the great Tamil saint, told us, Noi nadi, noi mudal nadi, adu tanikkum vai nadi, vai pachayal. Look at the disease, look at the root cause, look for the remedy and apply the remedy at the cause, not at symptomatic management. Symptomatic management with yoga technique is merely yogopati, it is not yoga chikitsa. And that is why we need to go to the root cause. Again, the therapist, are they living a life of yoga? Are they practicing the very things they are preaching? If not, it's against the spirit of yama niyama, it's against the spirit of yoga. And if the healer, the agent of healing is not in tune with yoga, how do you think the healing will go to the patient? And this is why one needs to live yoga if one is going to be a yoga therapist. Similarly, to research yoga, you have to live yoga, you have to understand yoga, you have to feel the experience if you are going to research it adequately. Otherwise, something is happening on this stage and I am looking on another stage and saying nothing is happening. And then I say yoga doesn't work. I am looking at the wrong place. Looking at the right place, at the right thing for the right way. All of this is important in yoga research. And that is why living a life of yoga, being an example for others through your life itself, not through punishment, not through compulsion, well, that is when yoga becomes real yoga and therapy becomes yoga therapy. If not, we are not doing justice to this great art. How does yoga work? Reducing the allostatic load in the stress response system, changing the sympathetic parasympathetic balance. Sir was talking about stress. I hope you can see that slide. If you look at it, stress leads to disease. Stress at the top, disease at the bottom. Top is Adi, the bottom is Vyadi. Adija Vyadi says the Rishi Vashishta in Yoga Vashishta 5,000 years ago to Lord Rama. Now if you look at how the stress comes down into your body as disease, all these mechanisms are there. Can you see some stars here and there? I don't know whether with the light you can see it. Those stars are where yoga has been shown to work. Not potential, has been shown to work. And just look at that, it looks like a whole sky. So many stars are there. So if stress be the cause of disease primarily, and if yoga can work in all the places that stress is coming into you, don't you think that yoga is a potent antidote? Some mechanisms: vagal stimulation, parasympathetic activation. On one side, the sympathetic is being pulled down. The perceived stress, activation, reactivity of the sympatho-adrenal system. That is, your stress response is being brought down. It is your hyper response, or rather reactivity, as Cynthia was pointing out. That hyper reactivity that comes from our animal brain, reptilian brain, pulling it down, enhancing the inactive, dormant, human response ability. That is what the sympathetic parasympathetic is about. And of course, we are now finding neurochemical changes. So many mechanisms are coming in. And in conclusion, we can say that the ancient art and science of yoga, one of those valuable treasures that India has gifted the world. It has infinite possibilities for so many problems we are facing today. But as Meena said, it is not a miracle pill. I take it once, I do Shavasana one day for 5 minutes, and for the rest of my life I should be healthy. This is what we want in our ignorance. It is not so easy. It has to be learned in a holistic manner, practiced in a holistic manner. And if we live the life of yoga, definitely we can solve so many problems from the psychosomatic, stress-based lifestyle disorders. We end with a very beautiful quotation from Swamiji. And I must remind you, Swamiji was the instigator, the motivator for the very first yoga festival in 1993. And thanks to his work, we have continued our association with this yoga festival now for 20 years. Health and happiness are your birthright. Do not forsake your golden culture for the plastic playthings of the modern world. Learn and live yoga, for then you will know true health and happiness. I wish that health, that happiness for all of us. I wish to express the gratitude on behalf of Professor Madan Mohanji, Meena Ramanathan, myself, Charulata, Sangeeta, and all of us at CYTER Mahatma Gandhi Medical College, to the Department of Tourism for giving us this opportunity to be with you, share some of our work in yoga therapy. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for the excellent session.
May I now request the two beautiful instructors, Sangeeta and Charu, to please come up on stage.
I kindly request Mr. Ram Kumar to be on stage, join with us to give a small token of love and affection. Thank you.